Hey guys, what up? What up? How we doing? How are we doing? We have a day of farming ahead of us. For there's a few things we want to get ideally. Thing number one. What do you want to fucking?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I spawned into a map and two monsters separately dropped divine orbs. So I was like, did I click a divine altar? Like separately in separate rooms.
No.
I feel like that hasn't happened if I'm not doing juice content before, so like that was kind of...
Are you doing beast or? Wait, you're doing strong boxes, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean, just surprising. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. I'm back to strong stack deck farming. Anyways, we're going to be farming today for what do you call it? Ideally, maybe we're going for our level 4 eclipse, maybe. What up, Hunger? How you doing? Post on YouTube and came here. Post? Is it an old post or a video? Oh, okay. Regifilers. Okay. Yeah, okay. Are you actively playing it, or are you thinking about getting into it? Finding a guide. Yeah, regifilers are really comfy. Where how did this one get dropped like that? See if my brain can comprehend it. Yeah, okay. Do you have any questions? They're honestly very straightforward to understand once you actually start using them. You know, they do base lightning damage. They have no crits, and they do decent, like really decent damage. A shotgun, you know. We'll take the quants. Yeah, interested in rushing nightmares, maybe some Ubers. Okay. Ooh, Skitterlock. Don't get that every day. I guess going into it, my first question is, do you have Doriani budgets? If you do, they are fantastic choices for Uber and whatnot. You'd have a swell time. If you don't, Ubers will take a bit of time, so you're probably better off with Frostbearers if you really want that single target damage. 700D. Oh no, you have no problems then. You have not a problem in the world. So yeah, they're a good choice for that then. Really good choice. Important things to note that aren't obvious, I guess, from the outside looking in. You want to maximize your Spectre numbers, and you get an extra Spectre by getting to gem level 25. So you want to 100% make sure, regardless of what your setup is, you get to gem level 25. Otherwise, you'd be wondering why you're missing a Spectre.
Maps 4 divines, because that first map 2 divines dropped, the second map duped divine in a strong box.
Oh, yeah.
We're recouping, bro. We're recouping. Still feels good though.
watch old video about it. Let me know if you have any questions. I've league started them multiple seasons in a row, not in a row, but like in it before. So if you have multiple videos about them, you typically like cover the same mechanics, so you're typically fine with just one. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. You're typically fine just with one, but if you want more information, then you can ask, you can check other videos. I have one that's very in-depth. That one might answer more questions, so actually I have like two that are very in-depth, but for like different seasons. But yeah, let me know. The Iconic Forever always lean on his screen, puking retrofiles each and every season confirmed. Lamau. Hey, they are strong. What can I say? And this is coming from somebody that wanted to play Ice Crash.
One of us can actually see shit.
In between ice explosions, maybe. Big maybe. Ooh, nameless altar. Too bad I only see 2 windows, but big. You are welcome. Mirage video on sub if you have any. Okay, sounds good. Mirage I think was pretty detailed, so yeah. It's a pretty good one to watch. I think I'm bet if I want quicker rituals, well, quicker maps, I might be better off with Toxic Sewers if I'm being honest. Because what I'm finding now is there's some stragglers that are kept alive because of the extra area, and that means my Merc has to go into their bubble, whereas before they would just die by explosion. And that's nerfs the speed I gain by having more, I guess, range with VFOS in City Square, simply because it's going to go around, it's going to kill more enemies, but the explodes are going to be less chainy, and because they're less chainy, then you just end up in situations like this where there are more 10 bubbles than I would like alive, and I have to deal with that. Though they do have downtime on their 10 bubbles, so like it's not the end of the world. Like eventually it'll drop and then they'll all die regardless.
That feels good.
Nice. It wasn't
about some things. I'm thinking about it now, and it's nuts.
Ooh, Greater Skitalo just dropped a bloodline. You didn't think about some things like, well,
I honestly just forgot I had explode.
Oh, low.
So like, it might have felt a little bit worse for a bit, but like, Haunted Mansion and my rolling magmas are chaining into the other room and then exploding. It's kind of cool. It's kind of nice.
Nice.
Not to mention, like, I'm using Charlatan, so at some point in the juiced map, I will get
A coin shrine and acceleration.
And the explode one, chaos explode.
Oh, gloom. That reminds me, I should try Giga Explode on my setup as well. Because I could easily give my Merc, my AG, a King of Kulimak. I would lose Malediction, so that's like the one downside. But I'd have Chaos Explode sounds, and that in and of itself is its own big benefit. All right, let's get these. What's waxing? So your ass. Chance to trigger explosive toad when you kill an enemy. Increase effect of shrine buffs on you for each 5% life reserve. This is my first time seeing this item. Huh.
Oh yeah.
A random blood shrine. What's a blood shrine? Wait, isn't this a nameless altar? Where's my... Bruh.
Caspian Stone uses that for simulacrum specifically.
Interesting.
Which is interesting to me because Caspian Stone usually doesn't want to drop that chest cloak.
Mm-hmm. It just helps with single targets.
More waves. I don't. Either that or it's more wave kills. One or the other. Depending on what those things are. I don't know what they are. I just know that that's how it works.
Hmm. Oh, look, a perfect pain artist on Chess 20C. I got a hateful accuser. And on the first window of my nameless altar, I didn't get an audience with the king. So that was interesting. I assume I rolled something. It's special altar or something. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't get... So I only get one audience with the king from this map, which is kind of annoying, but like it is what it is. That's a pretty profitable map. But I think ultimately I am going back to Toxic Sewers. I don't like having to deal with the bubbles. Because Toxic Sewers, it still happens here and there where I have to deal with them. But it's way, you know, more spaced out when I actually have to. Like, start of the map, yes. Maybe first enemy in the pack, probably not even, because like there will be other enemies that aren't covered and they will do all the chaining I need. Like here, they are not gonna live, they just aren't. So
fun fact, Cyclone has a particular modifier in it that I'm not sure how I feel about. This isn't
Cyclone or packs.
Cyclone and Fury 2.
Oh, like it's going to be too strong. The blood and sand stack.
You hear what I'm gonna say. Let me know when you're ready.
Mana costs.
You know what the line says.
What does the line say?
Other modifiers to attack speed also affect the skill's cost. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck?
It means you're attacking faster, so you're using the skill faster, so you're spending more mana.
Yeah, but isn't that how attack speed just works on already? Like, doesn't the attack speed already just do that? Don't you the more you skill speed, the more you have to skill cost?
Not with channel skills.
Fair. Oh, Chinese skills. So how does that? So why? Like, what does that mean then?
It means you have a faster hit rates.
I was thinking about imagine like another melee skill set that.
Why would it? It already does that. Each cast is its own independent cost. Channel skills are cost per second. If you hit faster, then you're hitting faster.
So what does it mean? Like, how do I not take that as like a despair? Like, what am I missing that makes that?
Would you rather it had frenzy charge shit?
Saying it needs to have something.
It is going to have something.
It's going to be picked by everyone that can pick it. That's what you're saying.
Yes, to have something. It's either going to just be weak, or it's going to be strong, but you can't perma channel it, or it's going like those are your options.
No, that's fine. And and it's not weak.
Yeah, so
just looking at it, I know it's not weak. Like looking at all the things it can do, that shit's not weak.
Yeah, exactly.
The normal version is weak for someone.
And I mean, you still have these stances that also just increase what you can do with it.
Yeah.
So
understandable then.
it's just a case of we don't want you to perma just cast this or hit 50 times a second and you're paying the same cost as someone who's doing twice.
You want to cap it. So they want you to actually find like, yo, at this much attack speed. That's kind of the sweet spot.
This is your solution to this downside, which is, you know, cast speed or attack speed. Because how many channel skills can you in theory channel forever? Definitely can't do that with
really
incinerates.
Forever because they have sustained cost.
I mean, it depends. Does he have the line you can't generate mana during channel? Because I'm pretty sure there's a skilling period too that has that. I feel like I've actually been impacted by that line, honestly. If I'm what was it actually?
I don't remember too, if anything comes to mind.
I feel like I had to theory craft around that line. I don't remember why.
It sounds like I've seen it somewhere. I just can't put my finger on what it is.
Yeah, same. What on earth would it be? Huh.
Like it's not Cyclone in PoE 1. That's the last channel skill you played.
It's not RF or anything like that.
The RF doesn't channel.
Yeah. It's not. I feel like it had to have been like a supporting skill during my Archmage era or something. But Archmage I was using.
PoE 2?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like it's PoE 2.
Maybe PoE 2.
Because I can't think of anything in PoE 1. Where would it fit in PoE 1? I can't think of anywhere.
Yeah, we don't really have that kind of restrictions in this game.
We have some, but yeah.
Need to touch like what they did to Hex Blast.
Cannot regenerate mana during channel.
PoE does like free time. I want you to play whatever you want. We're all about you guys playing and enjoying the game the way you want to play it, the way you want to live it. You play Hex Blast one league, so only 12-second CD on Hex Blast. Like, wait, what's going on? You wanted me to... Okay, so it's like a charge-up skill. What do you want me to do, Jonathan? Jonathan, you're holding Jonathan's face, trying to turn it to look at you. He's looking to the side. You're like, Jonathan, what do you want me to do it? I expend a frenzy charge to generate an endurance, and after that, I spend blood charges, and blood charges cost me life. They cost me 50% life per blood charge. I need a max of 4 to be able to cast my Hex Blast again. Do I need to do that? Jonathan's just looking away. You're trying to pull his face to you. Like, what do you need me to do to use this skill, please? Please.
Because I feel like it's something that maybe used to be there and then they removed it. But I don't remember what channel skills I've even played in PoE 2.
Channel skills. Well, channel skills are fun in PoE 2 actually, because you can walk around while doing them.
Yeah.
It's actually fun.
Could it be?
Beauty, solar. The casting mastery on this would be insane. Do you know if Ignite Tattoos is still expensive?
I think they're always gonna be expensive. Yeah, I don't remember what it is. Can't find it.
No clue.
Cause I feel like it's something that might have been
Something I've heard
removed.
before.
Yeah. I just don't remember what now. Would be nice to remember it, but yeah, is what it is. But yeah, it's like it would likely have something. The question is what, and ramping cost per attack speed just makes it scale like other attacks in terms of cost. Because at the end of the day, you're scaling hit rates.
Approach, challenger.
Yeah.
Look, Exile, fresh hair.
You will fall.
Would be cool if projectiles random directions with menace.
Mm.
When you got the altar, it like made your thing like do the opposite. Like
Lol.
inverted it. It's kind of funny.
People would look at it like Pikachu face though, because it would make no logical sense.
If you already had that, I don't think so.
No, like logically, it's making it go in random directions. So making random directions
You
go in
already
random
go in random
direction is
directions.
not.
Oh, I guess fair. It doesn't make it doesn't actually do that.
Yeah. If it says something along the lines of switch, or between them or something, then yeah. And stuff like that. I mean, we might not bat an eye, but we might just think, oh, it's limitation of the system or something. Or they use spaghetti code. They use a bit value where they shouldn't have. Yada yada. Instead of them to just do it this way, they did it this way, which is why this limitation exists.
Do you hate that in other games?
Because imagine, I mean, if your build needs the random directions, then it breaks it, but like you can also just not click it. So it's fine on the brick front. It just wouldn't be intuitive.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Ooh, skitter lock. Yo, catalyzing. The lock on this skitter locks lately. Insane. Absolutely insane.
Clock's ticking.
I don't know why I thought I'd find the only tornado short Merc without brutality.
Don't miss.
Foolish me.
Hurry up the shots. Oh, you got the drop on me. What's happened again?
Even had GMP.
Well,
Shattered foe!
Affluence and effluence, separated by a few feet of soil.
Actually, getting the
You're right,
recovery
so
rate this
it seems
early
like
is
that.
insane. What's
as
that?
soon as I generate a conch round is when that happens. You're right.
Oh, it doesn't work with the.
No, it does. But when I generate with the zealotry, like with my rational doctrine.
Like when you stop.
Yeah.
Shattered foe!
How's the minion survivability though?
In those maps, like none died.
Okay.
Still pretty early though.
I mean, that's good. So long as. Because like I said, it'd be very worrisome if in strong boxes your minions were dying, because then they stand no shots in.
I mean, this shit will just change it. So none dying is good.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they're not gonna die, but like better sign than the alternative.
Good stuff.
I will accept your decision.
Without touch has temp chains. I'm really not interested in you writing my curses, so I will just not recruit you. Or rather, I could recruit you and then
So you have chosen
dismiss instantly.
Rots consume.
Shit, I hadn't thought about that.
I mean, with Mercs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started checking lately when I was just like I want my flammability, my guy. Oh shit, 12 from this altar. GG's. Pandemonium.
Tread no further, villain.
This is going to be a high sack deck map.
No quarter!
Skittle up, please. Oh, Sag. I guess that is probably not the last one, so we'll see what the last one looks like. And then 13 from that guy.
Approach, challenger.
Well, I was wondering why this walkway was so long. There, I missed this turn. That was going to be a first in cities in Toxic Sewers, I think, since I started doing the map. When I wanted to try Fisher for Merc, how does it compare to Kinetis and many shot better single target DPS? I haven't played Kineticist or many shots, so I actually don't know if it's better or not. I would assume it probably isn't with Wall of Force on Kineticist, on a decent Kineticist, but like I said, I can't speak from experience. $75 stack deck from this map is huge. But yeah, Fisher feels really nice. Really good. Herald of Ash, big difference maker when it comes to clear speed. If you ever want to try it, get Herald of Ash. Non-negotiable. Actually non-negotiable. Screw D-term. What? This is a layout I rarely ever get on Toxic Sewers. And it's typically caused by a Val side area, I think. There's probably one somewhere. Once I finish my next mercenary setup, which is going to be a Kineticist, I will be able to answer that question, so there's at least that. But I am not going the typical Kineticist flame link setup, so grain of salt even there.
I have nothing more to give.
You know something I should consider that I actually haven't so far because I just don't want to? Using mines on my setup. I refuse to use mines, but unironically it would be so much damage because of all my aura effect scaling.
From the pit to the grave.
Like it allow me to hit Stormblast mine cap in like probably just a third of the number of mines. But I really don't want to. A, because I kind of don't want to reserve the rest of my mana, and B, I don't want to do it. C, I don't want to spend the points on making mines involved neither, so. Did this ritual altar get the map boss? Because I haven't seen it. Oh, there it is. Quantity, we're taking that. Can you imagine if the minions from Ghost were considered your minions and as such could link to them? She would actually be so ass.
You will fall.
Wait, what? Why did he make that turn? On the last altar of the map, I get currency dupe. $88 in one map is pretty good. My room is kind of hot. I'll need to probably figure that out soon. Hopefully it figures itself out, but somehow I doubt it.
I'll tear you apart.
No stack, bruh. Really? No stack decks? I see that reduced recovery rate and I say no.
Here, Exile. Another tear. I have the coordinates.
Bruh. Touch. We'll take the Icar here. I was supposed to be clicking the league mechanic thing, and instead it just pops out the ritual in front of my mouse.
Give in.
Oh. All right, give me a quick second. I need to figure out this heat situation. Okay, I am back.
Work on that. We keep pushing it, and it makes it easier. So, highly recommend if that's what you're thinking about, you do that. Because if we know anything about minions, we know that they objectively are not the right choice. And being able to make it through that and build your confidence up is a huge part of the journey.
And affluence
Oh, welcome back to
separated by
Conic.
a few feet of soil.
Yeah, what he said.
Give in!
I have no idea where I'm gonna from after this.
Between characters, right?
No, it doesn't.
I really wanted you to say yes.
Man out here praying he can get his Kingmaker.
I just want the Kingmaker back. I don't want to sell it, GGG. Give me an AG NPC I can talk to that like passes it on to another character.
Why would they do this? So you can save money on a minion build?
Wrong build to save money. It is a build. It is
The wrongest build.
setup that RMT is playing. According to some.
You mean the what's it called? The sword, charlatan? Oh,
No. Minion builds or RMT builds.
how?
Remember when I heard someone say that and I thought that was fucking hilarious?
Oh. The one where it's like, if you what they even mirroring on a minion build that's worth RMT in, or even spending on really. Like our builds top out on the mirror.
Minion gear. Like you can get the weapon, but that weapon is used in other setups, so it's hard to call it a minion.
You will fall!
What weapon?
Get the name.
A named weapon that can be used on a minion build.
No, not named. It's mirrored.
Yeah, but like,
It's a-
so mirrored 12 link.
the link, yeah, the link one. I said non-minion builds can use it too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a minion weapon, but at the same time, I don't know if is this still mirror worthy? I guess if you get all 20s, you can make the argument that it's not even worth mirroring unless like there's something insane about that one.
People will mirror things that are annoying.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yes.
the cost. I watched Void made mirror in quote gear for his setup this league, and every time people came to mirror it, he's like, "Guys, you know this shit." They're just like, "Yeah, we don't want to do it. We don't want to." Once you do it, just take the Valdo's puzzle box tip and go on. I respected it, to be honest.
If I use OG Sim with life stacking flame link, probably don't need the war tech for toxicologist, right? What's that?
I just said he died to DD.
07. OG Sim doesn't do much for toxicologists. If you want to drop the war tech, I would go for a full fizz bow and convert how would you convert it? Wait, does OG Sim convert Ellie to chaos?
Converts everything, yeah. He converts out to chaos.
Okay, then yeah, it would work. And yeah, it would work.
I think it literally just says elemental damage converted to chaos. It might say physical, but yeah, everything gets converted.
Then yeah, yeah, it works. If you convert all Ellie, that should be more than enough flats, so you shouldn't need the war tech anymore. pen still helps, but it also means you can't scale despair. So yeah, OGC would definitely be an interesting play actually. Because then you might be incentivized to go life stacking. Because you want as much flat as you can to convert to chaos. Yeah, but your weapon can get you pen. You still go for the pen setup we have, which is anoint plus weapon, which is like 30%, 31% pen. But I guess at that point, you might want to change the bow base, so you get a bit of extra flat crits, and you can scale crit on the Merc, which means you're going tech rods on the mercenary and you're just, you know, doing tech rod stuff. So that's like one of the changes I would make at that point, because you still want crits. You would drop Marlins at that point because you can't use Marlins, or there's barely an advantage for it. I guess if you really wanted to take that to the moon, I assume you can hear me, by the way. I assume to take that to the moon, what you would then want to do if you're going like mirror tier stuff, like really expensive stuff, is you would want to get, actually no, that wouldn't work. I was going to say you would want to consider getting an unblinking eye on Crown of Eyes, but you can't do that because you can't use pure int, and I'm pretty sure Crown of Eyes is pure int. Pretty sure. Imagine there was a way to add attribute requirements to an item.
Vestigial?
Unblinking Eye cannot naturally spawn, so you can't get Crown of Eyes on, you know, on it.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to get it the other way around, which would mean it has to be on an int base. Because otherwise it just wouldn't work on Unblinking Eye, then would just not work on the mercenary because it doesn't inherently have arcane mites. You have to give it a source of arcane might from somewhere. Maybe you skip toxicologists. Here's I'm having fun with Thunder Quiver and Smolder Strike. Here's what I plan on doing with my next setup in case this piques your interest. Now it's going to be Kineticist because it's the one that can fully utilize the ward tech. But I plan on using Toxicologist plus the ward tech to get Toxicologist, War Tech plus Unblinking Eye helmets with, you know, overcap cold res chest piece mod to get an obscene amount of increase alongside some very, very healthy flats, and of course destructive link for the crit scaling and maybe Marlins. That's spell damage. This is on Kineticist. Kineticist has 200% arcane might inherently, so every point of increased spell counts as 2x increased attack for kinesis. Yeah, and on top of that, kinesis is the only, well, that and sanguine mancer technically are the only ones that can actually use pure ward bases. So boots would actually be pure ward. Helmets, we just said I'm blinking eyes, so it won't be ward, but yeah, basically this. The only difference is I would go Conquest Lamella for the belt, and then of course Volatile Valve the belt. Yeah, basically it'd be chaos damage, but could be spicy. It's the only one that can actually do it. And do it properly, of course. The cheaper alternative to the War Tech or to Unblinking Eye setup would end up being using, is it Fateful Guard? Whatever the Fate Guard helmet, which makes it so increased ES applies to ward instead. Getting that and then just scaling. You can get that as a vestigial on Veil of Night for increased defenses, as well as, you know, the rings increased defenses. I wouldn't do Veil of Night because I feel like that would make the defense, the, you know, tankiness of the Merc a bit sketch, because then you would even have access to res. Actually, no, that would even work because it sets resistance to 0 if I remember correctly. It doesn't make it so your res does nothing. It sets it to 0, so you can't even get overcapped. So scratch the vestigial on Blinking Eye, but you would still go that. You'd go increase global defenses on the chest piece, which should affect both ES and ward, which then are both converted to ward. Rings, of course, will still get converted to ES and ward, so they basically double dip on that. And then full ward boots.
I have nothing more to give.
It might even be worth to just run Fate Guard inherently, because that's on a ward base, so you still get some ward. Oh yeah, and then there's the shield, there's the Farborn, is this Saphel's Flame, that makes it so chaos res applies to increase, like, your chaos res, you get increased chaos res for increase max ES for per chaos res you have, something like that. So that's like 75% increase ES, which is then 75% increase ward. So you'll be able to get like really high ward numbers to really scale the flat on that. And then you'd volatile valorb the gloves, so instead of getting like 10%, you'd get like 11-12% of your ward. So you're probably looking at anywhere from 15 to like 25k ward, probably. This is just off the top of my head. And then you're getting like 12% of that as flat chaos, which is to the tune of, you know, 2k 3k flats. You wouldn't have nearly as many sources of increased spell damage, but I mean, you still have access to increased spell damage on the wand. But I still think the overcapped cold res is going to be way stronger because of the simple fact that with aura stacking, and with aura stacking, you can honestly get your mercenaries cold res anywhere to like 900%, which would easily give you like, I don't know, 14x or 15x damage, with just off of just the increase you get from that, with ignoring the base increase they have, and of course flat and all that. The one thing I need to figure out with the ward setup on the kineticists is which unique I would be dropping for the unblinking eye. I'm still undecided, but something has to go. I can't have it all. I cannot have it all, sadly. And odds are Marlene's fallacy is like, you know, the weakest link, but I'd really like that link to stay there. I would very much like it to stay there. So I could in theory get Unblinking Eye, Vestigial, and Corrupted, so it becomes rare, but then that halves its effectiveness if I remember correctly, which isn't the greatest. But then you still have Giga Crit Multi, so it might honestly be the play. Maybe. Ooh, 99 stack decks from the map. Currently at 800.
Affluence and effluence, separated by a few feet of soil.
By the way, Shin, how are you enjoying Smolder Strike? What skill are you skilling on it? And then my internet cuts out, of course. In case it cut out and you didn't hear the question, Shin, I was asking what are you scaling on Smolder Strike?
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Leave!
Why are you thinking like you're special? Maybe because of what's the name of that guy again? Not Storm Shroud. Unnatural Instinct, I think, is the Viridian Jewel. That's probably the reason why that was that sound. Probably the reason. Where are the totems that are keeping things alive? Domination scare up. Let me see that. Oh, they don't have reduced recovery rates. No brainer. Actually, no brainer. Oh, I just realized I'm not getting back here. Why is Forest Warrior here without it being perfect? You can't be worth anything. Or C, huh? What the heck is you me that worth that much? Not picking you up.
Approach, challenger.
0 monsters remaining. That reminds me, I should switch this back to affinity.
You will fall!
Already on the Val side area, not bad. I don't remember seeing, if I saw a Val side area on that map I said had a weird layout. I don't remember. Oh, did we get currency dupe? No, we did not. That was just 2 separate drops, huh? Skill up, please, Saj.
You will fall!
What do we have here? Absolutely nothing. If this was 2 tiers higher, maybe, but no, not tier 3. Definitely not tier 3.
I have nothing more to give.
All right, just because I am kind of curious what it's gonna look like, I'm going to real quick try to see what kind of numbers I'm able to come up with. Actually, no, even before then. With my Merc currently on my aura stack, we have how much virus? 906. Now, I think we'll get less, a bit less. We're going for the Kinetic's version simply because we'd probably be swapping this out for Envy Sword. Probably. It'd be the smart thing to do. So we'd lose 10% effects, but not the end of the world. That still take us down to like, I guess I could just take you off, can I not? Okay, it's kids boss. Oof. I was like, yo, do you expect that to just disappear? Still 893, so like barely any changes, I would say. All right, so looking at still like 893-ish. Actually, before we do this, let me get the base stats for mercenaries. Also, what is this ping on PoE Discord? Oh yeah, the cosmetic thing.
Bro will literally die in every map he can die on. What the fuck?
He's dying?
What else if you saw it coming?
Yes, but I was kind of hoping he would be dying in strong boxes.
No, I swapped off the testimonial. I swapped to the Abyss level XP strat.
Abyss XP struts? Oh.
Yeah, the one I did to 98.
Yeah.
Double multitude to Abyss with some decent chance for Delhi, so he'd definitely be dying in most of these ones.
Taste of the future, I guess.
Already.
07. Oh shit, she comes with elemental weakness. I forgot about that. I have to give her a sort of extra curse or figure that out somehow. Because I would definitely want despair. But anyways, night grip. That's besides the point. With 12%, we have Yinda's defense. What are you hiding?
Servers are going down.
Wait, what? Bruh.
In 25 minutes or 15.
Bruh, why? I guess I'll do this then.
Doesn't say patch now, so it's just downtown.
Honestly, it's sad, bro. Maybe I have to do it tomorrow. Who knows?
What's happening tomorrow?
We have a reveal tomorrow.
Affluence and effluent.
Oh, the announcements?
Separated
Yeah.
by a few feet of soil.
It's repair too.
Uh-huh.
I guess, yeah, split service gonna go down.
Mm-hmm. what it is. I'm gonna miss ES on block when if I switch to dual Odin again. That is something I would definitely miss.
Leave you in two.
What are these explosions? Holy.
Hook 'em and gun 'em.
Skitterlock, please. Ooh, greater Skitterlock. 3 cloisters will take it. Shit looks insane. Oh, I know. It turned out to be so fucking good. I can't complain. Genuinely can't complain. Need for Steve underground is 1100. 11k 100, I should say. Dude is going. The shit stain returns. Oh, we just got Man of Fire. Nice, nice. But yeah, 100%. This feels very, very nice. Honestly, it turned out way better than I was expecting with the Herald of Ash, because like when I first started, I was thinking Herald of Ash was you know, it was something you could go for, like it was something like you wanted, but like if you didn't get it, it was fine. I was wrong. Herald of Ash is mandatory, and I would not touch Eruptor without it. Genuinely, night and day difference. It doesn't even matter that my AG has an explode source, because I don't think it has to be his skill. So even my AG has explode in here, but like all kills just trigger the explode anyway. So like, you know. The important thing is that there's overkill damage, and that's all they need. And if you ever watch him actually swinging his axe, shit looks hilarious how fast he actually is. Like, where is he? He swings, he uses this slam skill like it was a strike skill. Is the best way I can describe it.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
You have explode swords on the AG. Source. I have explode here. I'm supposed to switch this for like a dark seer that has like corrupted into explode implicit, but like I have this from my previous build and I kind of don't want to overwrite it, so it's here. Kinda. I don't want to overwrite it. I'm trying not to. So I'm just like, we could have malediction. Like, it's fine. Explode scepters on a new gem. Do you mean the is the annihilation support? Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like my next kineticist Merc setup is going to use Kingmaker as well. So like I'm really not incentivized to switch it off. So I'm just like, do we just tank the less damage until we go back to the other build? It's the same thing with the helmet too, because the helmet is worth like 9 divines. It's white socket, so it's chaos flats. He's not using the chaos flats, but my next build probably will. So do I want to spend 9 divines and then replace it again? Not really. So oh shit, basic currency dupe. Spend 60 on the regen Lear cast. Lol. What? Wait, what's implicit? What regen implicit are you talking about? Is it like Vol's vision or something? Where it's like regen for every corrupted item or non-corrupted item or something? Because for it to be 60 on the Lear cast, it has to be from League Mechanic. Not League Mechanic, Legion rather.
I'll tear you apart.
Just the corrupted mod was 6D? Holy. I would not have guessed that. I would not have guessed that. By the way, you can use a regular AG gem and still keep your AG's gear. Just so you know. It's 14 now. Okay, that is not something I would have expected to be the case. Yeah, AG is character bound, so it doesn't matter if you use smiting or regular, you should still have the same AG. Yeah. You're not bound to the gem. Otherwise, I'd have taken this gem out and used a different one. It's character bound, not gem bound.
From the pit to the grave.
Did I already? No, I did not. Hmm? None of these are great. It's been a month I could have done. So you just been attacking smiting at his squishiness. Ooh, 109. That is... I don't think I've gotten more than that before. Honestly, I have, but I don't actually know. But yeah, you can freely swap your AG gem. It's not a big deal. Like if I wanted to, I could take this one off. I could use a different one that's 2020. I could do whatever I wanted. I could use a 2120 smited. It doesn't matter. The AG is bound to my character. Yeah, so you don't need to, you at least don't need to worry about that. With how many stack decks dropped here, I was kind of hoping there'd be a ritual altar here, but there isn't. Sad.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Ooh, cloisters. Is that something that's 2020? Yeah, that's wild. I'm pretty sure it's because of the nerf to Mask of the Stitched. So now Mask of the Stitched just basically gave up its throne to that. But I would also wouldn't just, if I'm paying that much, I'm probably wanting, I don't know. Obviously a regen crown would be way more expensive, like to the tune of 50D, something like that. But yeah, I don't think I'll pay that much for a Lear cast, because at the end of the day it's just 50% increase. If you have 12 passes, it's already a very diluted bucket. Not to mention the use case of AG is also limited, so there's that. You don't have any clusters? Oh. Okay, then it actually does have some pretty decent value for you then. Because that means you're probably sitting around 300-400% increase. Unless you have like, I don't know, 5x Slumlords Timeless Jewel or something. You're probably sitting at like 400 increased. So it's still making a difference for sure at that point.
I have nothing more to give.
Oh, you're on a Merc build. Oh, your AG has the Lear cast. Well, that means your Merc has some decent increase. Like, I'm sure, like, you'd be giving your Merc increase in some ways. Plus, he already has baseline increase, to be fair. What Merc are you playing around with, by the way? Kineticists? How much time do we have? 15 minutes, so we're almost at like the 10-minute mark. KBOC? Not bad. Not bad at all. That's likely going to be my next Merc.
You want me to... Are you sure that's what... Thank you. Kindly for adding to... Did you do that on purpose? No. Are you sure that's what you meant to... You want me to do what? Are you sure that's what you meant to do?
Are you sure that's what you were meant to do?
Did you do that on purpose? No.
Yes, I did, Kadiro. Yes, I did. Looking for a combatant on upgraded KBOC. Current one is 400D. Holy shit. You see, when I hear prices about for like KB Mercs, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I don't need to. Because genuinely, my current Merc is 10D. My entire build is somewhere around like 500, 600D maybe. And it's like, do I want to spend that on just a Merc? If I do I want to ever drop that Merc? No, I don't. I feel like a part of me wants to do some Merc Russian strategy so that I can just farm it myself. But I also don't want to. I don't think I want to put in the number of maps it would take on average. So like, I definitely don't want to. So unless I get lucky, you know, I'm probably better off buying it. This Merc is weirdly broken. Weirdly, everything about it is busted. For all the way from arcane might, so it being able to support triple attributes. It is set up in the perfect position for a mercenary to be set up. It can use any gear in the game on top of having KBOC, on top of having it's like it was always bound to be busted. It has better arcane might on KB than players do when they use the same skill.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Like that alone says a lot. But that's also why they made it so you can't target farmers. That is, I'm sure, their way of balancing it. Eraptor seems well suited for livestock luminary builds. It is, especially considering the fact that it can't crit. Flamelink is honestly very good for it. I mean, we're using Flamelink on a CI build because we still get very good scaling out of it. But yeah, it's the best. It's the only link that matters for Eraptor, really. Because baseline, for some reason, GTG decided they all deserve to have resolute techniques, so they don't need accuracy, which is good, but they also can't deal crits, and there's nothing you can do about it. So once you can't deal crits, there's only one offensive link for you, which is Flame Link. That being said, I am giving over 1,000 flat with Flame Link, so, and this is on a CI setup, so can I complain? Not really. Not really. I don't think that's worth anything. I don't think I need that beast. Scratch that. I know I don't need that beast. Let's see if we can sneak in one extra map before maintenance in 5 minutes. Yeah, we know down. Yeah, it's like Kinesis genuinely just has so much going for her. That it was going to be the case that she would be hands down the best Merc. Like, there was no debating it. The only thing that would stop her from being the best Merc is literally if she had a shite skill like Sanguine Mansa, which is why Sanguine Mansa isn't as busted as she is. What links do I have on VFOS? We have additional fissure, so it leads to more clear. Pulverize, I would say greater pulverize is mandatory. Then we have increased AoE, which is nice to have. Combustion, nice to have. Added fire, nice to have. Alternatives would be like attack speed, could be decent. Ignite's chance is decent, but like I wouldn't go to my way for Ignite chance. But I would say those are also two decent gems that you can have as well. Important is the other skills. So far I have tested two that were good. I haven't really seen the ones that are bad, but I would imagine any of the other like 6 link skills would be bad that don't have cooldowns. You can either do Consecrated Path or Ashen Fissure from my testing, at least. Like I said, ooh, Divine. I haven't tested the others because I suspect they just be bad to pair alongside VFOS, because then they take time that you'd use for VFOS to cast them instead. So Ashen Fissure, like I have here, or Consecrated Path are the two options I would say for a secondary skill. And then of course, like I said, Herald of Ash is mandatory, so yeah, Herald of Ash. Claire looks very comfy. Yep, and this is with stack deck farming, because stack decks if have these mobs you see here that all have like 10 bubbles or proximity shields, they can't, my minions, my VFOS Merc actually doesn't do damage unless he's within the 10 bubble, but it doesn't matter because the explode with Herald of Ash can kill them all the same, so long as there's somebody around there that died that can spread the burn. So that's why the Claire is as good as it is, even though they have the proximity shields. Kinesis actually can't do this farm very easily because of that, because of said proximity shields. Which is also why Toxic Swords feels very, very nice on it, because for the farm at least. Because then monsters are more clumped up together, and because they're more clumped up together, you get way more easier explosions hitting the proximity shield enemies. All right, we are done with the map in time too. Actually, we might not be just yet. Let's go get our ritual reward, shall we? All right, now we're done. Holy, we already have we're almost at 1400 and we still have, oh, we have one more map. Never mind. Okay, cool. All right, it's gonna kick us now. The important thing is we finish the map. '07 to the realm. All right, so back to what I was doing earlier. I was checking to see how much ward we can get on a kineticist, knowing well basically the stats we can get on her. We have Nagrup, we have Vinda stand. We're going I did that so I can copy this. body armor, armor evasion, conquest lamella, add custom mod with just that modifier. Then is this not kicking me out? Then I believe this is a prefix as well, so we just get to do increase armor EV as well as I feel like flat armor EV would do way more. Yeah, way more. And then we heist defense enchant. In order to get this level of overcap code, I'm going to need amulets, because I will need untouched soul if I want to have this level of code res at least. So we have to figure that out. So we have belt, we have gloves already done. Are any of these striker mercs good? Like pure strength? If I'm going unique helmets.
Service go down yet? Just got back.
I mean,
Oh my god,
I'm still
they
in.
haven't gone down yet? Fuck.
You fucking did it. I mean, I'm still
Well,
in,
as I
to be
logged in, I
fair.
saw the countdown.
I mean, it's been restrutting down for like on a minute at this point. Alright, my character is still in. So we have one more unique. We can either do unique rings or unique amulets. If we want the Giga Giga res would be this one, but Giga flat would be this one. I think I'm leaning towards flat, so that means rare amulets. I can look at the other mercs, but I think the ones with really good clear are, I mean, Eruptor is one, but let me look at the pure strength. And that's his strength. All right, Eruptor, we already know Eruptor. Ripper. Oh, I think about Smoother Strike. This one? Or a different guy? Oh no, there's actually Striker, never mind. Okay. This one. These are us, so no. Bone Shatter. Does he have AoE? Yes, he has AoE, but you need to stun an enemy with a strike. So you'd have to go for a stun build if you want. Let's look at that. What does Bone Shatter have? Does he have stun stuff? My character is still in. You'd probably want this guy. Gilded Trauma Duration. So he gets keep trauma longer. Doesn't say how much longer, but longer.
Character's still in? I'm logging back in.
Lol. He doesn't have any stun support, which I find interesting, but you'd have to give him sources of stun chance, or at least reduce enemy stun if you want the AoE to actually be halfway decent. Pulverize melee, unfamiliar physics when they play. What weapons does he use? One-handed mace, one-handed axes. Wait, only one-handed? That already limits his viability. But then he really wants Fizz. So because Fizz has the best stun chance. Which makes it a very, very so-so thing to once. I honestly think the answer is no. I don't see how you make this into a good minion. It feels very, very... The best way I can describe it is scuffed. And that's being generous. Another Merc build, let's go. Heavy strike of vulnerability has reduced enemy stun threshold. Chance to curse with vulnerability on hit.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'd probably go Bone Shatter for this if I had to pick. And then you'd have to give him sources of reduced enemy stun threshold so he can actually stun and gain trauma. And then you give him Giga Phase Recoup. Like, Helmet I think would be your best friend because if you go Helmet Armor, well, I'll go Helmet Ward because I do want Planet Ward. But if you go Syrian Exarch Eater of Worlds, there's Phase Recouped as life, and he can get as high as like 30% from just this one source. Then you'd have to get like on rings. I think rings have it. Could be wrong, but I think rings have it. You just have to get on as many sources as you can, so his trauma doesn't kill him. But once you have that figured out, then you just want his trauma to last as long as it can.
Maybe servers already went down.
I mean, I entered my map and I came up just now, so I don't know about that one.
I mean, I'm queuing new maps. Is what it is.
Mine is going to just get kicked.
I came back. I want to play, bro. It's already almost 9.
Maybe it's not going down. Who knows?
Surely nothing went wrong for them to cancel the appointment, right?
Surely. It says they are. I mean, trade says they are restarting now, and they should be back up in approximately 15 minutes. But yeah, they're still up. So who knows? But yeah, that's probably how I would go about it. Of course, you'd use Vigilant Strike, ideally with this, so you can have some fortification yourself. But aside that, maybe there's a universe where Ancestral War Chief, I guess. What happened? Did he kick you?
Invite me. Accept. I can't. No. Close your game. Close your game. I'm not joking. Close your game. I'm getting errors. Unexpected database occurred. Try again. I can't leave the map. I closed it.
Lol. But said close your game. I'm getting errors.
Bro, I just opened a greater Skitterlock chest.
You that was a risk you're willing to take. Yeah, I can't invite you. Surely you play that map for just for the fun of it. For the love of the game.
Please.
Man is actually right now playing for the love of the game. You better pray his mirror doesn't. I'm still in. Better pray your mirror doesn't drop. Why? You're still in.
No, I'm not. I'm gone. If you see me on, close your game. You're not connected to servers. I've closed my game since I said that.
Oh well.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it
telling
still
you.
says
I
yes
don't
to
want
the
an error in
square.
syncing. Bro, that's insane. That
I
means
mean,
you are not in anymore. That means you are not connected.
it doesn't matter too much in any case.
Do what you must.
Because like haven't been in a map or anything, so like there's nothing I'm not worried about any sync issues.
Oh?
So I'm I'm one of the few people that are still in the game, huh? There are no databases I'm
Just
connected
looking for a
to.
reason to lose his shit.
To lose
I'll be
what?
inevitable to be like, I told you in Discord to get off. Someone clip this. Clip this moment.
So that won't happen. But yeah, it does say you're in. It doesn't matter too much. I'll close it. But nothing's gonna happen. They don't even know I'm there because, well, they don't.
Hacking?
They
Live
don't.
on stream.
They don't know I'm there because I'm not connected to any servers. So they don't know that my client is even still open. Unless it's still getting feedback from the server. I don't know. Who knows?
It's hacking.
Yeah, I'm hacking by having my game open. Okay, so where were we on this? We were coming to the conclusion that we could not use a unique amulet because I'm leaning towards unique rings for max for global defenses, which means cold res is not going to be as high as I was hoping it would be, which is fine. That means we get about 900. I guess the easy way to check this is to do this. We'll check our current build, our current VFOS Merc without enmity and without the amulet. So he is at 753 over cap. And without untouched, so he is at 585 over cap.
I'll be back, I guess.
Aye. So he's at 673 total, but 585. I'm pretty sure the mod says overcapped. Yeah. So the number that actually matters is this one, 585, or I guess 575 realistically. So I'm going to say it's still doable without that. It just means we'll go for a rare amulet, and I don't know what that's gonna look like. Actually, we can do talisman now. This is going to be a chaos build, so is there anything here that I care for? I guess we'll check the wiki. It's a place where I would rather see talismans because it's a lot easier. PoE wiki. It's a lot easier to see all the options for talismans here than on POB because it has old and new ones. So let's see, what can we do? We want an anoint for pen chaos res. So I have to take this with a grain of salt. This is increased global defense, which is nice. Action speed is also really good, actually. And I think there's an extra purge somewhere. Somewhere there's an extra purge. I don't know that any of this is worth the chaos pen I'd be giving up, because I only get like 30%. I only give it 30% total. So I think we still go for chaos pen. The one thing that I will struggle with on this setup is Wither. I have to give her a source of Wither on hits. Or chance for Wither on hit. I don't know where it's going to come from. But yeah, she needs that. And we can figure that out by going to Codex. I kind of wish I could search for something that didn't have, like, without being exact with how. If I give her a source of Unholy Might, that would definitely solve the issue. Yeah, she doesn't have what about Withered on hits? Because we have to be exact. That's why it selected that one. Okay, cool. You two, your body armor, so that can work. Megalomania can't work. My minions do apply Wither, so there's that. We don't have somebody that's going to cap it, but we at 7 minions, which is what I'll probably be on. I don't see why not. I don't see why it wouldn't be like, you know, some with it at least. So we're definitely going for Survived and Steam United in Dreams, and we're just going to ignore the quality on this one like we had before. So this is 60%. Yeah, just 60%. And then Withering Touch the Butt, which we can't use, of course. So minions have a source of Wither. Is there anything else I need to think about? Increase the effect of Withered. Withered inflict expires slower. Implicit on gloves. Gloves are taken. I will have Withering Presence. No, Withering Presence. The mobility skill, I guess. I forget the name. Oh wait, Void Spawns have Withered as well? I didn't know that. Glorious Vanity, nope. Megalo, nope. Balance of Terror, nope. Black Flame is a ring. No, that's Ignites. I don't do fire. Scepter. No, we're not taking weapons. I guess I could intentionally run Chaos Golem on the Milsham as well, but I'm not going to give up my stone Golem. It's not happening. I think I'll just end up relying on minions and Withering Step. Because Withering Step is going to give us like 8 Wither debuffs. 9 actually, because we have some quality skill in there. Probably use this so we get a bit of extra effect of Wither. Just a little bit. A tiny bit. Just a tad. Serpent Warriors. Yeah, we could use Serpent Warriors. to also apply Withered because they have guaranteed to just as fast as they can hit as well. And they're going to be defensive anyways. It's just that just means that you need to replace minion life with meat shield, which is fine. So that's also an option. So all things to consider for sources of Withered. Anyways, all this to say, I think we still go for pen over the talisman we're looking at. So that means regular amulets. And now we have to figure out what implicit we want. You could obviously do something expensive like Simplex Focus, but like I don't want to start off, you know, guns blazing and stuff like that. So we're going to start a bit smaller. Only thing here that matters much is early res, I guess. Actually, do we have a cold res? I know we have attributes. No, we just have early res. Craft of Exile is the play here. Jewelry, amulets. I will just see if there's anything influence that we care for. Increase damage per attributes is okay. Oh, that prefix is actually pretty decent. Non-chaos damage as chaos damage. I don't have that much non-chaos damage, but that's still decent-ish. Not the greatest, but it's something, I guess. She has Wrath or Haste Aura, so if we get one with Haste, I guess we could maybe look for Haste Aura effect. It's none of these four. It's also not here. It's still not there. Still not there. Where the fuck is Haste? We don't have a Haste Aura effect. Never fucking mind. Chaos Leech could be decent. Could be decent. Can't see anything else. Literally can't see anything else that I would want on her. Maybe increase AoE, maybe, if I'm pushing it. I mean, odds are there's just nothing worth. Yeah, there's nothing worth. All right. So what does this look like? It looks like a lot of cold res is all that means. So cold res on an all early res fractured base and hybrid cold and lightning. What am I doing here? Maybe to make sure it isn't. It's something I can actually do. Something like this. And then for prefixes, we just go live and call it a day. With Force of Darkness as the annoyance, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's literally all we need. Maybe some ES. We don't have the helmet that would make ES worth. But that in and of itself is 25 cold rest to 134. So that's like 109 cold rest. Quite strong. So instead of being 500 and something, we'd be at closer to like 650. Okay, that's doing its thing. So that gives us a lot of value coming from the chest piece. What is our aura effects with our Merc setup? Let's just default purity of fire. Aura effect is 182% increased. Purity of ice has 182% increased effect. And I just give purity of ice level 20, 21 at least, 20% quality. We'll do 30% quality because it'd be on the green sockets. Cool. Then all the other gear is what we're going to get cold rest from, which makes it very important we actually get cold rest on our jewels at this point. Quite important, just to make sure we're getting good benefits. This puts us at 4.6k ward. We said we're going on blinking eye. And then we just check our KBOC. Oh, it doesn't have a one to actually go off of. What does this one look like? I don't think this is actually the best wand for us. I think we go for like a profane wand or a prophecy wand. Let's do prophecy wand. We go because we want increased spell damage. So you probably want hybrid as well. But we want flat chaos. We want increased spell. And we want hybrid spell. Or I guess if we don't want increase because we're getting a lot of increase from here, the combination. Then what we could do is we could go for gain non-chaos damage as chaos. Hybrid with actually these I think are mutually exclusive because this is not the typical hybrid. I don't think it's exclusive with we could check to be sure, but I suspect it's exclusive with increased spell and not with hybrid spell. Yeah, it is. So this is not, yeah, I thought so. So yeah, at that point we just go for increased spell, and if you get any of them fractured, it becomes way easier. And the easiest one to get fractured is flat chaos, but like flat chaos is also free because if you reforge chaos, there's only one tier that you can roll. So use the essence. We can use an essence until it's ready. I think this one should have an essence, right? Or no? Yeah, it has 94%. Not quite T1, but T1, I guess. Unless you want to recom this, which I've had enough alt spamming for one season. So we just go essence spell. And then for suffixes, we do need accuracy, actually. We would need accuracy. I don't know that we need it on the weapon, but we need a source of accuracy. This is, I'm going under the assumption I'm going crits. What if I go fractured accuracy, actually? Fractured accuracy, then I just do spell until this spell without chaos damage. What's hybrid's waiting? Hybrid's waiting is also fucking ass. What the hell? 100. It's not great. It's not great. It is not great. Okay. This will be the cheapest fracture I think I could get. And then once prefixes are done, we then reforge cast speed. Well, attack speed, I guess. It's attack speed we care for. And that'll be it. Next, we just benchcraft something. What is there to benchcraft? What is there to benchcraft? Actually, benchcraft is all the way up here now for the beta version. We're going for suffixes. Could go damage per charge. Crit multi, while a rare or unique is nearby, is not a bad choice. Odds are though. Do we just go double damage? No, we go for multi. No reason not to. That's where I need the crit multi anyway, so. Could also drop the crit, what's it called? I should also have considered the base, but like, it doesn't matter. Then for offhand, we need a shield. A shield with increased spell damage would end up being a pure int shield. So offhand or shields, I forget which one it is. Shield pure ES, titanium. Can get a fractured base, but this is honestly a base that we could find some interesting things to do, I suspect. So but yeah, we would want high tier increased spell damage. So you are also just straight doo-doo to try to get, and fractured titanium would be giga expensive. But I guess it doesn't even be titanium because you're not the player, so like we can afford for you to be on a worse base. The important thing is T1 fracture. Then from there, is there any influence mod we care for? We're going chaos damage, so we don't really care for what's it called, stacking. Ailment stacking. Increase AoE, increase damage per chance to block AD. Do we have any plan to block, to fully cap block? No. No, we do not. So that's a bust. Effective your curses could be interesting, and I guess increased elemental damage to attacks is also just probably the best.
I'm back. Is the update done?
Welcome back. Is the update done? You can try. I don't know. I don't think so. It didn't work for me.
More than 15, right?
It depends on when you started.
Oh, I guess it's not a great day, man. I just want to play.
Soon, young Padawan. Okay. I don't think there's any influence that's worth. I don't think there's any influence that's worth it. Maybe increase the effect of curses, fracture, del suffix, maybe, but no. Plus, I think from what I remember, Craft of Exile has some ones that aren't even droppable anymore when it comes to del, so you have to be careful when filtering through that. All right, so we just go for the baseline increase spell damage with chance to block or something, or ES scaling. The important thing here is increased spell damage. We can't get increased chaos damage. It's not an option. I would go for life instead. Essence prefix looks like great for a pretty healthy life, or looting for a pretty healthy chance to block. Greed is probably cheaper, and then we just do that until T1 increased chance to block. And then wait a second, this is a source of Giga Code Res. If I can get good increased spell damage, then my focus should honestly just straight up go to suffixes. I should be going for Code Res. So hatreds until what? Maybe regen life per second, honestly. Or maybe I do that until a prefix. What prefix would I want to go for? Life. And then we just bench crafts code and chaos. Something like this. Boots, pure ward base. There is no ward shield, right? Pretty sure there isn't. Yeah, there isn't. Boots, pure ward, full recomb, T1 ward shit. And then on the suffixes, because we'd be recomb with this, we can't go for abyssal socket, so we just reforge code until T1, or you know, influence craft it as well. Then benchcraft code chaos. And then of course here in Exarch Ether Worlds, you know, the implicit yada, we'll deal with those later. This is just light planning. So this leaves us on Blinking Eye, Night Grip, Yinda Stand, and 5k ward. This is because we do not have our rings yet, which we already plan on having, which is Lehoop of all. With crit multi and global defense, with defense catalysts, of course. Eventually, probably want to go so far as to pull out our Val Orbit, but I think just double Fireborn would be expensive enough. This takes us about 9k ward. How much is the flat we're looking at now? 1,000 flat coming from the volatile vowed gloves. How much increased? 1,355 increase. That is a stupid amount of increase. Holy. Anywho. Is this what the final code res would look like though? 372% over? I feel like it isn't. I'm missing it on something. Conquest Lamella probably. Code res. Just because this is the first time I've put it down, I'm going to save this POB. 3.29. But then the next question is this enough flats? Which I think the answer, even though we have a shit ton of increase, the answer might still be no. I would like a bit more. But there isn't really anywhere else to get flat from. Is there anywhere to get increased evasion from? I mean, these are also increased evasion, increased global defense, so like it also double dips there. At least, so there's that. Honestly, nah, there's no way that would work. So wait, this already, oh wait, it's KBOC. Is the arcane might here? No. What does arcane might look like? Attacks have 150%. 200%. So it's actually even more increase than I was saying. It's closer to 1900. That is a lot. And don't forget, we still have giga crits. We don't have a lot of multi. That's the one thing. Chess piece gives a fair amount of multi. Can we get multi on shields? No, we cannot. We can get chance, but not multi. So where else can we get crit multi? Well, I guess we do have some from the rings, so it gives even extra value to those. Amulets. Yeah, amulet can get crit multi. We should try that. Also, okay, no, this is already res. Never mind. We'd have to drop a source of res, which I guess the crafted one is honestly not the worst idea to drop. But we'd have to drop one. I guess we could also do some you know, one of the increased effects amulets could also work. But if I remove just this, it shouldn't be the end of the world. And instead go for global crit multi. So that's 3.5. Let me know when it's low. Both of you to assume I'm constantly checking, but I guess I could check. Like it's probably it's not up. Never mind. Now I'd have expected it to be up. Despairing on the couch upstairs. 07. Don't worry, it'll be up soon enough. Trust. Crit multi for attack damage, and we go for as much as we can. That's going to be such a constant mod to get. Well, don't we already have it? It's just not on this base. Then on this side, we can do haste. Nah, I still want to run haste even if I be kineticist. I'll probably avoid haste on kineticist. Simply because haste is not coming anywhere near my haste. And all that cast speed I would plus Val haste. It wouldn't make sense for me to rely on their haste. Okay. That gives a fair amount of code res. You know what I'm missing in the res calculation? Control C, Control V, elements. That's what I'm missing. Because I will have purity of elements as well. That puts us at 2,109 increase. Yeah, I think this is definitely worth not going Fate Guard. I think it's definitely worth that. At least. Okay, I think this Sabatons is not going to give us anything insane. We're just going to get action speed like we always do. Because I don't think there's anything else we kind of want here. Yeah, action speed it is. 8%. And then on the other side, we get Fizz as extra. We don't really scale that much Fizz, so it's kind of she has no war cry or anything of the sorts. Probably just life regeneration rate, if I'm being honest. Just get a bit of extra defenses from that. Is there anything else we need to worry about in terms of implicits? Probably not. It's just body armor and boots. Everything else is unique. Helmets and gloves.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Hello. What up, Sanathos? Surely servers are up, right? Nope. No, they are not. I wonder what happened. So weird. So freaking weird. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to get more ward on this setup. I guess going for a night grip that still has ward, but like if you're going for volatile valve, it's already a stretch. Don't know why it's down for so long. We had the weirdest thing too, where it's like it never kicked me out. I was just chilling in game without being connected to the servers. So this is definitely a different one. I don't know what they did different about this one, but like there's something different. Maybe it has to do with I don't know. Maybe the betas they set up at Gamescom. Who knows? Twitch profile still lists League as your game and rank. It does. Oh sure. I'm gonna have to update that. I think I said that once and I just forgot about it. Back when I first started streaming, I think I actually updated it after I started playing PoE. Never see you play League. I play League at this point very casually off stream, just every once in a while, like a once in a blue moon. Like literally, I played League. Lol. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, it doesn't even mention League. Okay, so that means I never updated it for PoE. I know the one on YouTube has been updated ish. It mentions ERPG content. I don't know if it mentions League, but I know YouTube has been updated. I forgot this one existed. That's what that means. But yeah, at this point, like I play League once every few months. It's very casual, very very casual. And when I play, it's like I play for like two games, 3 games, and then I'm done for the next few months again. You never liked League? Interesting. I tried Dota 2 once. It was so confusing after coming from League. It was like nothing made sense to me. I think from what I remember, teleport was free, but like the jungle just seemed very dark with trees blocking your line of sight, and like it looked like I didn't understand what was going on. League is definitely not the default. That is an insult. League is way better. I refuse to believe that it is even remotely close to that comparison. I refuse to believe that. Yeah, because I played it for like 2 games. It's confusing because I played for 2 games. League would be confusing as well if I play for 2 games. But I literally have years of experience with League of Legends. Like my mobile experience went from my very first mobile was Vainglory, and that's which is a mobile basically. And I played that for I don't even know how long, like a year or something like that. Then a friend of mine was like, yo, if you should check out League. And you know, once I tried that seriously, I was like, oh shit, this is just Vainglory but better. So I which was like season 7. And then from then I was just playing League. And it wasn't until PoE, because like when I first started streaming, I was mostly streaming League of Legends, and then I'd do RuneScape. I started playing RuneScape like a few months after, and I started doing RuneScape alongside League of Legends. And it was during RuneScape that a viewer recommended that I try PoE. Now, keep in mind, for me, when it comes to history, I had tried PoE before with friends, like back in 2020 or something. It was okay, but I made it to like, I don't know, like Act 6 or something, and I just gave up. I was following K, it was Ultimatum League, I think. I was following K's Popcorn SRS. I didn't understand anything that was going on. I was trying to follow the story, it didn't make sense to me. But then people I was playing with were you know, Russian campaign and everything. They were talking about all these different things that I didn't understand. And then by I just didn't log back in. So when the viewer suggested it, I'm just like, I mean, I'm not against trying it, but like, I've tried it before. I'll try it too. I'll humor you, because he was willing to like carry me through campaign and all of that thing. He explained that the game doesn't start the end game and like on all these other things. I was like, okay, I'll humor it, and the rest is history. Now look at me on POV. But yeah, that was this interaction with the viewer was like in 2022 ending Sanctum League basically. So it had been what, 2-ish plus years since the first time I tried PoE and I bounced basically. PoE is still down. Playing since alpha February 2nd 2012. Holy, you are an OG then. Back when I've heard minions were snapshotting, and the best version of minions were like snapshotting zombies or something. You'd wear one gear, you'd summon them out, then you switch gear, and then you go in, and then you do what you're doing. And every single time you had to resummon zombies, you would go back to you'd swap gear again, resummon, and then go. Every time I hear that, I just think yo, we're living in the ghetto when it comes to minions, like genuine ghetto, like actually. Pretty much. And then from what I've heard, at least you guys had the tippity top of your farming was Act 3 Dominus runs. So you'd farm up to Act 3 and then you'd repeat or something like that. That was the gameplay loop. And then eventually became Piety or something. I would just imagine what would it have been like if I tried PoE in that version. And the reality of the situation is I think I'd have hated the game. And I think I'd have written it off if I tried it at that version. So I'm very happy with the version I tried PoE at, if I'm being very honest. I don't think I would have liked to experience the alpha version, because I feel like that would have been a death sentence for me. Well, I guess not really, because then I'd have seen the game improve graphics over the years and be like, maybe I can try it again. Maybe. But yeah, I would 100% have quit. I would not have gone too deep into it, that's for sure. You can get to like level 70 doing docks. Do you know how crazy that, just imagining what that looks like is to me? Level 70. Is it like a level 30 something? Is it even 30 something zone? I think it's like 30 something. Oh, D2 players? Yeah, for D2 was a very similar progression. $10,000 rolls of Mephisto. Nah, I get bored. Every single time I'm like, yo, I'm a farming boss till like 100 kills, I bounce. Every single time. Without fail, by the way. Last season, I was like, I'll farm even 100 times. I got to like 50 something kills, and I was just done with the season. Now, granted, I knew I was done with the season, which is why I was doing the thing. But this is a long ass downtime. What the fuck? It is actually so long. Like, actually. If you listen to Chris, he loved D2, so did most of the OG PoE players. Yeah, I know like D2 was a very, very big inspiration for PoE. Very huge. So like the alpha was probably D2 but different, and then decided, you know, diverting and whatnot as they kept developing. But yeah, I think they screwed something up, because the fact that I could stay in game and not be connected to databases and stuff like that, I think something's not right there. Something's not right. Don't know what it is, but something's not right. Never bought D2R. I mean, I still haven't played D2 in any version, D2R or just base D2. Haven't done nothing. Hated D3 and D4. I played D3. I had a decent time with it because I was coming from PoE. And then for D4, I liked D4 for the server slam and the initial beta test weekend, but everything after that, actually that's not true. The campaign was nice. I enjoyed the campaign, and then the end game was just all downhill. I still remember season 1, season 0, trying to farm a ring of men down. That shit was ass. Yeah, the game is still very much down. It's still very much down. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. They definitely screwed something up. But we'll be here when they fix it. Let me see if Trade actually has any up-to-date information. Surely it does, right? What's your Twitter say? I could check. Let me see. It still says 15 minutes, so like this isn't even updating, or it is. Why the fuck is X telling me to subscribe? The fuck? Get me out of that screen. PoE, PoE, PoE. We are aware of the issues affecting PoE 1 on PC following the maintenance. We're working to fix them as soon as possible. Apologies for this. Basically, just they're aware of the issues and get fucked. Not really, of course, but yeah, we just gotta wait. Yeah, I'm on Central Time. It is currently 9:34 for me. I'll be ending stream very soon. I don't think I'm actually going to be live for when they eventually fix it, which is unfortunate. But the good news is I really like what I'm seeing here in the 2K res slots. Like I really like this. I would prefer more of this as well. But 4x multi on the crits with very, very high crit chance, like 80%. And 2000% increased damage. Yeah, I think that's gonna be very, very strong. Not to mention I'm an aura stacker, so a lot of haste. Oh yeah, there's crit multi. I forgot. There's also extra crit multi coming from the link. So I like these numbers. So I will be pursuing these numbers is what I am getting from this. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I do like that we have so many rares that can give us a decent amount of cold res. I like that. I like that a fair bit. Would I want to scale cold gems the way I scale fire just to scale purity of ice? Probably not to the same degree, if I'm being honest. Probably not, no. But this is enough quotas. You don't think the trade is updating? I don't think I saw either. It's been 15. I think it's been 15 minutes without change at any point. It's just been 15 minutes. Since, like, typically you'd see it go 15:10. I also don't know if they manually update this or if they set a time, but I have to assume they manually update it, and you know, shit just isn't going as planned right now. I'd start in 3 minutes, so I think this is a decent time to end stream, so you guys don't have to sit through that just for me to end. My plans for tomorrow, what am I gonna do? Honestly, I'm gonna keep farming. I want to go into this build with a healthy amount of currency, especially if I'm going to buy a kineticist. I do not like, I mean, I can start off with a budget kinetic on mirror, like I probably will, and then I'd upgrade from there. That's probably what I'll end up doing when it comes to kineticist. I'm not in a rush. I currently have a decent amount of currency. I have a lock that I haven't sold. I have a Nimbus I haven't sold. I have Purity of Ice, Sublime Vision I haven't sold. I have a lot of unsold currency, so I don't doubt that I can get some version of this build out, especially seeing as I would want to keep the core of my setup going, so my character doesn't really need respecking. Maybe amulets might change a bit. Maybe shield would definitely go for something else for the envy sword. Try to figure out wither stuff like that, but saving for the sushi mirror gloves, and it's been kind of miserable. How much are mirrors going for, and has that been spiking? Because I haven't actually been following mirror prices. I guess I could check Ninja should still be up 940 or more now. Holy, are you anywhere close? The server's like, it's still down, by the way. It's still down. 500 in mirror shard, so it should appreciate with the mirrors. Worst case scenario. Yeah. All you can do is keep on progging at this point. What build do you want to do it with though? Yeah, like what build do you want to use the mirror gloves with? Like what do you want to suck at it there? Mercenary. I haven't seen the actual implicits on the gloves. Like I don't know what it actually has. I figured it was like a 12 link or something, which I think is the most common glove I have seen so far. Let's snooze this ad break because it was about to start. Kind of don't want it to start just yet. All right, I'm gonna show this. Gloves. Which of them? Armageddon mitts. Armageddon mitts. I'll just search it. There. Sucketed duration, sucketed gems, res life, and then sucketed strength. So flame link. So it gives 4 levels to flame link, which is actually quite decent, as well as an abyssal socket. Flame link, precision, and power. Empower gets 1 level, 2 levels. So that's an extra 2 levels to flame link. So that's 6 levels of flame link. Precision gets 2 levels. It's not a duration gem, right? So it's just 2 levels. No, just 1 level because it's not a strength gem either. Precision gets 1 level. Not bad. Not bad at all. And this is triple colored, so they all get quality. Oh, definitely, 100%. And with the extra abyssal socket, there's still kind of some value with. There's still kind of some value. No, it is not. With destructive link, but not nearly as much as Flaming getting 6 levels. 6 levels is actually quite a lot. Actually, quite a lot. Nerf shit to the ground. It's not going to exist. Like, nerfing means it exists in some form. They are going to delete it. Like, actually delete it. So, yeah, it's not living true to next patch. All right, that's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate all the support. Till then, you'll have a good night.